The marble cheesecake is supposed to be the most condensed of all, and it's supposed to look like and taste similar texture-wise to the New York cheesecake.
So it's got nuts again.
This is a spin-off classic cheesecake, which is a slightly lighter version, but it should still retain its level of creaminess and smoothness.
It's got a whipped cream with like a tiramisu topping on.
Correct. Correct. This is a lot more home style kind of thing. So I think
which one are we starting with first?
let's start with the lighter one.
Lighter
Before
one,
we
okay.
go- If not, we'll think that it has too much body.
I think water and then water and then like gargle.
Yeah, we should. It's just like
You should. Let's have
everybody should get a say. Have a say.
Water
3.
4.
Try the lighter one first.
Lighter one.
Why the lighter one first?
Here comes the torture.
You take the lighter one first
Be
because
fair.
you don't want to have the thick one which has a more cheese
Okay.
taste, and then you take something lighter. Then of course,
Is this how it originally looked like?
no. It's supposed the original, the main cheesecake that Secret Recipe started off was actually the marble cheesecake the New York cheesecake, which the marble cheesecake is actually the New York cheesecake in the first place.
Oh,
Supposed to be very thick, very condensed, very smooth, and every mouth is and every segment is cheese.
Okay, so
Not more than 1 to be
where's the cheese? Okay, I'm getting a hint of the cheese.
It's a nice balance of cream and cake itself. Nice balance of cream and cake itself.
This one is not just pure cheese; it has got a bit of flour in it.
A bit of what? Sorry?
Flour.
Much better than your brownie. I kind of like it. Tastes kind of good.
I would still pay for this.
Yep.
I need it even every day
I would.
because it's very simple, straightforward cheesecake. It's got flour, so if you like people who like very strong cheese and really thick creamy cheese, it's not this cake. Because this is meant to be
the
a
rate at
all-rounder.
which it was finished, quite good.
Yeah. Probably we're just a bit short of like a piranha, right?
Yeah. I like it. Good.
And this place going in comparison in size and everything else, it's a lot faster than a brownie. So
Yep.
it definitely tells the differentiate its popularity.
Okay.
It's not very overpowering.
It's not very It's just a nice mix of. Okay.
So right from the beginning, I think from when they started a business, I think this is something that they have pretty much maintained. They did not increase the level of flour too much because else it will be like really very light and you think it's like eating a sponge cake rather than a cheesecake. You still can taste a hint of cheese, but it's not so much.
Wow. That's it. Wait. Is this cream or is this
Whipping cream.
whipping cream?
Thankfully, they don't use buttercream. If not, nobody's gonna eat it.
Why? What's the difference?
Whipping cream, its cream means it's just dairy cream. If it's buttercream, it's butter and icing sugar, or butter and cream. Then it become very, very heavy and you will not take much stuff. So it's going to be very, I don't know. I find it gross. When they started off the business for the cheesecake, they used digestives and cookie base.
Yeah. What's this?
And before they went out franchising, they moved into oat base. They think it's a lot healthier. Yeah.
I thought it tasted like oats.
And they think that because oats is a bit more blunt, so you can taste the cheese more. But again, I think the preconception is over the years, let's not reinvent the wheel. I think people like a crustier base.
Yeah.
Even a little bit also.
I think Asians per se, they prefer they like a lot of chew factor. I'm not particularly a big fan of oats. Therefore, this doesn't work for me. Back to the taste of the
cheese alone.
the cheese alone. Okay. It tastes like cheese.
It tastes like cheese. It's quite dense,
Yeah.
but I still feel that probably they have introduced something different into it, and it doesn't get the full cheese
Yeah.
taste.
Feels slightly
Yeah, cream cheese by itself is quite tasteless, but it still have that dairy
yeah.
taste. But then again, unless it's the level of freshness in the cheese itself, or they're mixed with some other cheese. If you mix with, like say, ricotta or things like that, it's going to be even lighter. But then it's still very dense. So unless they've added a hint of gelatin to it.
Okay, so rating wise, out of 10, this one.
I'll rate that 7 out of 10, 7.5.
I have to say,
I'll put an 8.
put an 8 on this.
Put an 8.
I would say, yeah, for me, 7.5.
7.5.
Or you want to round it up 8. I kind of enjoy this one.
For this guy,
This one, oat wise, don't work for me. 5. Cheese, great. The base, not too crazy. I
I
like my biscuits.
I don't have qualms with oats, but yet again, I think came back to the point that we strongly highlighted in the brownie of not toasting the nuts. You're not toasting the oats,
Yeah, so. Yeah.
so it doesn't
5 out
give
of
you the texture. Imagine if it's a little more moist cake, then your oat is going to be really mushy.
5.
5, sure. But then again, I'm not a cake person.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, I have to say 5 because because I'm not crazy about the oats. The cream is the cheese. It is fine for me, but I don't like the oats. I feel it just goes to a weird combination.
I will rate it a 5 as well. In terms of taste, it's okay, but expected a lot more. Comparing this from the first time when they started, the first few years, when the Sim brothers are still at the shop baking cake, this is nowhere near.
You're nowhere near that, huh?
They have deviated at least 30-40% on the quality and taste of the cheese alone. It's really a lot different. And
So we have to look for that elusive original cake.
correct. I think also they skim on the egg yolks, that's why. So that's why. And being oh my gosh, you are a cake house and you're a cheesecake specialist in this industry. And I bake, and I cannot accept the sinking of the recess of a.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It's not straight line.
Yeah.
It collapses inside.
Why is that?
You should have told us earlier before we made the cake. Because then we can see it.
Well, we have it in terms of technique. Even you're a centralized kitchen, this is actually very unacceptable being a professional organization baking cheesecake. In terms of technicalities, I think that's something you flawed very badly. And naturally, cheesecake lovers, of course, it doesn't bother them that very much. But people who worship and see cheesecake as a form of art, I'm sorry, you failed miserably on that. So, sorry, it's a 5.
That's a very serious one there.
Yeah. It's actually a very, probably it's a bit thinner.
He's the expert, okay? We just like the food. Okay? We're here for the food. We're not here
It's
to. Oh, this doesn't work for me. It's not.
I think at the end of the day,
This is the best product.
yeah.
Well, you can go to our. You can obviously find us on YouTube, and of course, you can also follow us on Hailer as we later when we upload this, we'll let you know. So for the time being, check us out on www.hailer.my/foodies. Okay.